Welcome back to the channel Red Dirt Designs. On today's episode, I'm going to show you how to use carpet cleaner to make the grunge effect like I did on this license plate plane. We're going to start off with this tape measure, and I'm just going to measure how large I want to do a graphic in the center. I'm going to do the House of Color logo here in the middle. I'm going to design my logo here in Cricut Design Space. I'm going to use my Cricut vinyl cutter to cut out the image. I'm going to prep my sign blank by wiping it down with wax and grease remover with a towel. I put it in a smaller bottle so it's easier for me to handle. Now I'm just using a gray Scotch-Brite, and I'm going to scuff the area so the paint has toothing to stick to the panel so it doesn't start peeling up. You want to do this, and then we'll wax and grease remover it one more time just to make sure she's fully prepped and clean and ready to hold paint. Now I'm going to position the logo, try to center it to the sign blank, and then I'll peel off the transfer tape, and that'll leave the vinyl on the panel so I can start painting over the top, and it'll leave the image. Here's a good example of what the grunge effect can do as a background. This is an old project I did that I used that effect on. I was able to go to Dollar General, and for about $1.50 I was able to find foaming carpet cleaner. You can use this in place of the Killer Grunge Spray by Michael Valley. That runs about $20 a can, and it does exactly the same thing. Now I'm just placing white in my airbrush, and I'm going to go over it real lightly. I want to do a dusting over the whole area, and then I'll allow it to dry, and I'll wipe it down with a paper towel. Now I'm going to go over the whole area around the logo, and I'm just going to add some highlights here because I want to be able to peel back this vinyl and have the logo stand out. Now I'm going to go over it real heavy with the spray, and then I'll dust over that And now we'll have multiple layers of grunge, which will give it a nice texture effect in the background. I have a little bit of trouble peeling this up, so that's why I have the hairdryer over there. I use it as a heat gun because I don't have a heat gun, and I use it just to heat up the vinyl so it peels a little easier. Here is another example of what the grunge effect can do, and this is similar to what we'll be doing today. I'll be doing a little bit of yellow and a little bit of green. It's Organic Green by House of Color and Lime Gold Candy by House of Color. Alright, I'm going to start with Lime Gold Candy. I'm going to put a little bit of reducer in there to thin it out so it goes through my airbrush a little bit. This stuff's very old. Next, we're going to go in here with Organic Green Candy, and we're going to lightly shade it in, and I'll barely blend it in on the edge of the yellow, just so the contrast is more smooth. Now I'm going to use Krylon Matte Finish Clear Coat over the top, and this will be a nice protective finish to go over the sign blank. When it dries, it looks very flat, just like this here. We're going to go 2 coats. This will be my second coat. And then about 15-20 minutes of dry time, it'll look flat. Here's a close-up of the grunge textures, and I think they look awesome, and they work in a lot of different projects. If you'd like to learn how to cut out vinyl, look at this video. If you want to see another video about airbrushing, check that out. And if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.